Welcome back, guys, to Neo Racing. We are at round 4 at Suzuka in GR4 cars. There's no boost, there's no tyre wear or fuel on. This is a straight all-out battle to the line. Suzuka east, off we go. Bids a fantastic start in the four-wheel drive Subaru from the second row. Alongside Neil now into the first corner, everyone else away well. Bizda takes the lead. James around the outside, Task One around the outside of Jamo as well as we go around the first corners. Here we go. Neil a bit out wide. TY might be having a look for second place here, but no, tucks in. Jay Houston having a little look as well. Everyone through there cleanly. 24 lap race this one, based on 20 minutes. It's only about 50 seconds a lap. Very quick lap this. We're already halfway around. As we come up the hill into the right-hander, Bizda in the lead. Neil, TY, Jay Houston, Jamo. As quickly as that's your top 5. As we go and exit onto the straight. Task One now having a look at Jamo. Jamo moves out to the right very early to defend. Bizda leads lap 1. Task One still looking behind them, but look at the straight line speed of that Hyundai. It's amazing. And this is a Japanese and Asian only. So Japanese and Korean cars only in this one. And whatever car that everyone's in this race, they will be in for the next race as well. So everyone committing to their car. And there goes Jay Houston in 4th place. TY slightly closing on Neil now in 3rd place. As we go around the right-hand bend into the left. And up the hill into the East Coast section that brings you back onto the main straight. Everyone through there cleanly, apart from Jay Houston with a little bit of a slide, but I think he gets away with that. As we go across the line, Jamo having a look at Jay Houston now, using the top end of that Hyundai. With the BOP, the balanced performance, the Hyundai does have a slightly more advantage on the straight than the other guys do. But oh, Bizda's made a mistake from first. Bizda's made a mistake. Oh, we'll get a replay. Here's a replay of what happened to Bizda on lap 3. Moves to defend from Neil into the first corner, goes in and just goes in a bit too hot, goes wide onto the AstroTurf, and then if you look back from Neil's car there, he rejoins just in front of Jamo. But after Bizda's demise there, Neil and TY now battling for the lead. Not battling for second anymore, they are battling for the lead. As they go around the right-hander, the long right-hander into the long uphill left and then cut short to the right. There we go, through the little kink. Still battling for position, them two. Just keep an eye on this a minute, see if TY gets a run. It might do, but I don't think that GT86 has got the top end. Now look at Jamo with Jay Houston behind, but the Hyundai should have no problem on the straight, keeping those other cars behind. There's Task One in the GTR, Man of Steel in the Subaru. A bit further back, Mr. Sloan in the Subaru, but at least he's been consistent, which is good. TY and Neil still all over the back of each other. TY waiting to find any little weakness. Bizda's closing back up as well in the Subaru. There's Jamo now under pressure from that NSX. That NSX is good in the corners, bit rear end happy, but it's good in the corners. It's got good agility. Whereas the Hyundai a bit better on the straights, as I mentioned earlier. And TY now right behind Neil, looking for any way through. But that again, if you look on the straight, that Hyundai will hold its own. We'll just go on board with TY and you'll see the difference. Look, he's in the draft and he's not exactly what you call closing up. He's closing up now, but that's only because of the draft. So we'll look into the first corner. Will TY have a look for the lead here? He's going side by side, he's going to give it a go. Neil goes out wide, TY's up the inside and through he goes into the lead. Beautiful move there by TY. Neil gets the car a bit stepped out and Bizda says, wait for me sunshine, I want a little stab at this as well. As they go through the left right section, which takes up half the lap. Beautiful little section this. Not much room to pass, but I'm sure Bizda will try and find a way if he can. But there's not much room to pass, but I'm sure they'll find a way onto the straight, try and get a decent run. Bizda taking a bit of a wider line to go tighter out, there he goes, to try and get a bit of a better run onto the straight, but to no avail. I think Neil will have a look at TY now, because the Hyundai's top end. TY's going to have to defend here or he's going to get mobbed. As they go down the straight, Neil pulls out. He's going to have a look up the inside, do what T-Y did to him a lap ago. Up the inside, they're going to watch the Hyundai's rear end balance as he gets on the power as well. Don't step out, and he does it well. Bidster saying, wait for me, I want to go. As they go into the left, right, left, but no, Bidster has to fall behind T-Y for now. He's still having a look though. Bidster looks hungry here. Want to make amends for that mistake earlier. As they go up the left-hander, and then cut short to the right, over the curb. T-Y runs a bit wide, Bidster taking that natural tighter line that he usually does, because especially in that Subaru he can with the four-wheel drive and the grip. The Subaru's phenomenal in the corners, but lacks a bit of straight line speed, but he's put alongside T-Y now, he's looking for it. But now backs off into the corner, didn't think he were not alongside enough, so backs off, lets T-Y get away with it for now. Let's have a little look further back down the field. There's Task 1 with Seek 1 behind the two Belgian boys. So the Nissan GTR and then the Evo. And then there's Mr. Sloan at the back. He's still keeping tabs on everyone, which is good. He's not falling too far behind. Jamo's in 4th. He looks like he's catching up to the front pack as well. So Jamo's on the move. Yeah, Jamo, look at the lap time there. Jamo on the right hand side of your screen, 50.8 and 50.9 the last 2 laps round. T-Y 50 and 51, Bidster 50 and 51 as well. So yes, definitely closing in. As Bidster now has another look at T-Y coming down the straight. Lap 9 now. Oh, sorry, lap 8. I thought we were just going to change over, but no, lap 8. Bidster's up the inside of T-Y now and he gets ahead. Will T-Y have a little look back up the inside? Bidster says, no you don't, Sunshine, and covers it off. Good defensive driving there from Bidster. As now we go into the left, right. Looking good. Trying to, Bidster will be getting his head down now, trying to catch Neil. He'll not be thinking about T-Y behind. Look at it, it's just going for it. And then look at Jamo going for it as well. Jamo's really trying to catch up to them two now. Jay Houston staying with him. Task 1 and Seek 1 still close. There's still a good battle between the Belgian boys. As we look onto the straight, here we go. Round the long right-hander. Out of the corner. And onto the straight. I would imagine the GTR will have slightly more top end than the Evo. But the Evo looks like it's handling well. So still very close between these two. So one mistake from Task and Seek will be straight through. Just a little bit of lag there by T-Y, but I think everything's okay there. T-Y with a session best first sector, so he must have done very well for that first corner. So he's kept with Bidster so far, he's not letting him get away. As Task and Seek still very close to each other. Task with his mirrors full of Evo. One mistake and Seek's going through. He's practically trying to push him round that right-hander there as they go up the hill. And round the right-hander. Seek can take a much tighter line in that Evo than Task can, but Task will just have the straight line advantage. There's Mr. Slow One in 8th place now. Man of Steel's made a mistake, gone back down to 9th, so Mr. Slow One is up to 8th. Good job for Mr. Slow. As we look now at T-Y, still trying to keep with Bidster. Another session best first sector, so he's really got that first corner nailed now, T-Y. He just needs to get the rest of the lap lined up and then he should be able to make a move on Bidster. Go around the right hand. Oh, T-Y throwing the car in there. See the slide compared to the stable Subaru. So he's really throwing that GT86 round. So Neil's still in the lead in the Hyundai. Bidster's second in the Subaru. T-Y third, Toyota GT86. Jamo, Hyundai in 4th place, who's dropping off a bit now. Jay Houston's really dropped off from Jamo as well in the NSX. And then Seek 1, and Seek 1's got past Task. Seek 1 got past Task, so we'll get a replay on that. Here's what happened for Seek to pass Task 1, so we're on board with Task 1 looking back. Oh, he goes a bit wide, and then, a little cheeky nudge there from Seek 1 is what it was. And there goes Seek 1 right around the outside. So Seek 1 now ahead of Task. And I think, yeah, Business pulled a gap. TY's made some kind of an error there, I think, because he's gone backwards in towards Jamo. So TY's gone backwards, he's left Bidster and he's gone into the clutches of Jamo. So we'll have to see what Jamo can do here. See how hungry he is for a podium. Here's a replay of what happened to TY into the first corner. So on board with Bidster looking back. Oh, it's TY just goes a bit too hot onto the curb. Back wheel catches the AstroTurf. He did very well to hold on to that. As we come out of the right-hander onto the straight. Completing another lap onto lap 12 now. Let's have a little look further back. Seat 1 and Task 1 still close together. Mr. Slow One's been slightly caught now by Man of Steel. You can see that gap coming down. Good consistent lap times from everyone in this race. As there's Neil, Bidster, TY still with Jamo behind him. But look, another session best. First sector from TY. Loves that first corner. I just don't think he can hook up the rest of the track, because that 86 looks a bit squirmy around the rest of the track. There's Bidster going through, still trying to catch up Neil. 50.3. Let's have a look at the fastest laps. Neil, fastest lap of the race last time round. And now faster again, 50.2. Bidster 50.4. So trading fastest laps between them. Good job there by them. So, oh sorry, 50.1 for Neil and then 50.2. So good lap times. 50.3, 50.4 for Bidster. So Neil's still slightly pulling away, only just. So it doesn't look like that gap's going to close down anytime soon. There's TY30's making up some ground now. There's Jamo, J.U.S. in 4th. Seat 1 and Task 1 still battling out for 6th place. This isn't over until the fat lady sings. As they come through the right and then into the left, transition the weight of the car. Little tap of the brake between corners just to make sure that the car goes into the corner stable enough for the way out. And then up the hill, and a little tap of the brakes into this right-hander. Seat 1 takes a much better line through their Task. I think he went a bit wide out the previous corner. And a random cone just in the gravel track there, nothing to see. And there's Mr. Slow One. He's been caught by Man of Steel, but very slowly. He's not really catching up too fast. So we'll go back to the Seat 1. Task 1 has a little look. Seat 1 says, no you don't. And covers it off as they go out of the first section. Across the first sector line there. And then into the left. Transition the way. Into the right. Oh, that Evo squealing for grip. Remember, in this race, ladies and gentlemen, there is no boost on. That is no boost. And also there is no tyre or fuel wear in this race as well. So it's literally flat out from start to finish. As they come out the last corner onto the straight. Task 1, I think Seek's pulling a bit of a gap now on Task. Just starting to slightly pull away. That's all it takes sometimes, as there's Jamo in 4th place. So all a bit more spread out in this race, but I think that's just the nature of this track. Bidster 50.0 on the right hand side of your screen there. 50.0 in session best sector. So Bidster still pushing hard for that win. Trying to take it off this man Neil, who was doing a 50.3 last time. So just slowly starting to slow down Neil. Bidster's on it though. 50.0, let's see what this lap time is. 49.9, good lap from Bidster. 50.1 from Neil. So Bidster on the move, trying to catch Neil up. But I'm sure Neil will not take this line down. He'll be on it now. He'll have seen that fastest lap come up from Bidster. And yeah, you can see there, he's pushing hard out of that corner now. He will really be on it. Bidster, and that's Neil's session best first sector. So Neil's picking up the pace. I just love the sound of that roar of the Subaru as the Hyundai comes through, popping the exhaust. There goes the Subaru, 2/10 up in the second sector from Neil. And now into the last corner. Want to hook up everything right for this. This could be a fastest lap of the race. As he comes across the line, this surely is going to be the fastest lap. 49.8 from Neil, 49.9 from Bidster. So they are really, really on it now. Both with really good pace. Both trying to trump each other just to keep the gap at the same. just to not let one catch the other. TY close behind, but 50.2, 49.9 the other lap, so TY's not giving up yet. Jamo looks like he's going to be settling for 4th place if he doesn't make a mistake. Jay Houston in 5th, all on his own. Seek now with a gap on his own now to Task, just behind there, you can see. It's a little bit more spread out, and there's Mr. Slow One, and I know Steele's closing up to him now, so this could be a little battle to watch out for near the end of the race. But let's go back to the Dyson duo at the front, trading fastest laps, 50.3 last time, 50.1, so they've both done a faster lap, and then that last lap just a bit more of a cool down for them, and then they might go for it again on this lap. Into the first corner. Let's ride on board with Neil. Here we are, riding on board with Neil, looking back at Bidster. There he is. That's the man closing us down, or trying to close us down, should I say. He's into the right, into the left. Oh, just listen to the tyre squeal. Those tyres fighting for life. And TY's on the back of Bidster, so Bidster must have made a slight error at that other corner, so we'll just go back to the Bidster cam. There we are. That's looking back from Bidster's car, and that's TY saying, "Hoo-hoo, remember me?" I'm here to fight for that position again. As they come out that last corner, let's go back to the trackside cameras now. So Bidster, a slight error on that lap. Yes, 51.8 compared to Neil's 50.2, so Bidster with an error. And TY close up behind. So this is not over yet. TY in the GT86, let's go on board with TY. Into the left, into the right. Then do I transition the weight for this one? Take a bit more of a tighter line as they both. Oh, TY a bit wide into that one though, and then that gives you the line for this next one. You'll see the difference between the 4-wheel drive and the rear-wheel drive around this next corner. Bidster will be able to hug it in so tight. And then see how Bidster's already going into the tighter line there. TY having to run a little bit wider just to keep the momentum up, and then onto the straight. As we go down the straight. Into the first corner, TY closing up, but no cigar yet. 49.9 last time round. Bidster 50.1, so TY still closing up. Still hungry for that place as we have a little look back now. There's Task One, there's Mr. Slow One, and that's Man of Steel behind in the other Subaru. So that looks like it's going to get closer towards the line, that battle, by the look of it. Let's go back to TY and Bidster now. There's Bidster in the orange and blue Subaru, running the number 1 because he was last season's champion. TY with the ever 92 of his name, and I think that was a personal best for TY in that lap. Bidster's defending now. TY's on the outside. He's going to try and go around the outside, but he's going to be mad if he does this. Oh, he tries, but Bidster says no you don't. Keeps that door firmly shut and says try again, sunshine, you have to try again. As they go up, Bidster using all the curbs now, using the agility of that Subaru to use the tight lines. TY can't use them lines in that car, otherwise the back end would just absolutely just squirm and slide on him. As we go into up the hill into the right hander, this is where Bidster will be. Oh, TY with the tighter line this time. TY showing that you can take those tighter lines in the GT86 as you go across the straight. Neil still in the lead, got a good 2 or 3 second gap over these two. He's gone to the first corner. TY's not close enough this time to have a go. Bidster will just slightly defend into the first corner just to make sure he doesn't try anything last minute. But he knows TY by now. These two have had endless battles over the years, both with a mix of outcomes. As Bidster trying to keep him behind, using the tight lines of that Subaru just to defend, just to make sure there's no room for TY to go through. As I think, oh, Jay Houston's made a mistake in 5th place. He's ran really wide. Seek close to the back of him now, so that could be another battle to watch out for near the end of the race. As we look at Mr. Slow One being caught by Man of Steel still, that's closer than it were before as well, so looks like this race is heating up towards the end. TY and now having a look at Bidster. Bidster defending, TY's alongside, so he's done it already. Bidster moves across. He's going to go for the undercut. He's going to try and go back up the inside. Oh, a little tap, but no, gets away with it. Oh, he tried to get back up the inside there, but TY was having none of that. Slams the door in Bidster's face. There's Bidster now having a look, trying to get back past TY. Right behind him now, practically pushing that 86 round the corner. Look at the tight line to that Subaru. And then now TY using the back end of that GT86 to make it as wide as he can to try and stop Bidster from going through. Oh, a little twitch from TY. Bidster's on the inside and he's through. I don't think there were contact there, but we'll get a replay anyway. Here's a replay on lap 23 out of 24. Bidster right on the back of TY. You'll see going into this corner here that TY takes a tighter line and then the car just squirms on exit. Bidster backs off a bit and then it still keeps up the inside as TY's car twitching for its life, and through into second place goes Bidster. As we go back to the battle for 8th place now, Man of Steel all over the back of Mr. Slow One. Just having a look. Not close enough yet. Mr. Slow One runs wide. Man of Steel close behind now. Got to be careful into this last corner, boys. And into the last corner. I think everyone's okay for now as we go out of that corner. Both onto the straight. That's fine. So we'll go back to the leader now. Neil Farmack on his last lap. Being more or less in control of this race. From about the 5th or 6th lap in. So good job by Neil. As he comes out of the last corner to win the first race at Suzuka. Well done to Neil, he wins, Bidster second place, gets past TY. And 4th place to Jamo, good job by Jamo there in 4th place. Jay Houston looks like he's going to be 5th, we'll just stay with this. Just to make sure, Jay Houston is getting rid of a bit of a penalty there as we go across the line. So, Jay Houston in 5th. Seek 1 in 6th place there. So Seek 1 gets 5th because Jay Houston had a penalty. So Seek 1 5th, Jay Houston 6th, Task 1 7th, and then Man of Steel and Mr. Slow One on the line. Very close. But yeah. Here's a replay further back of what happened between Mr. Slow One and Man of Steel near the line. So Mr. Slow One in the yellow car, bit wide, really wide. Man of Steel at the inside saying, "Woohoo, last corner, my corner." And goes through and just grabs 8th place on the line. But yeah, Neil was your winner and we'll see you next time. Take care.